Hello students, welcome to my online physics class. Today we will start the chapter moving charge and magnetism and hope you will enjoy it. So without further ado, let's start. So first of all, the topic is Lorentz force. What is called Lorentz force? Okay, you know very well that whenever charge is moving in an electric field, or whenever charge is present in electric field, there is an electric force associated, and that electric force expression we will write simply the product of the charge and the electric field expression. So it will be QE, where Q is the charge, E is the electric field. As it is a vector quantity, so I am putting a vector sign. Okay, so the electric field force acting on the body is QE. Now, if the charge is moving in a magnetic field, in that case, there will be a magnetic force acting on the charge body, and that force expression will be equal to Q V cross B. What is V? V is the velocity of the charge particles, and B is the magnetic field expression. Okay, of course there will be an arrow sign over here indicating the direction as well as magnitude part. Now whenever a charge body is moving in a region where both electric as well as magnetic field exists, then altogether a force will act on it. Okay, both the force will act on it, and together that force is known as Lorentz force. It means that this one is electric force and this one is magnetic force. Okay, now electric force and vector magnetic force, the vector sum of these two forces is known as, let us suppose, F, and this F is known as Lorentz force. So Lorentz force expression will be equal to F is equal to Q E plus V cross B. So this is our expression for the Lorentz force. Next topic is Biot-Savart law. Okay, just take the screenshot of it. Okay, now the topic is Biot-Savart law. Biot-Savart law. Actually, Biot-Savart law gives an expression for the magnetic field due to a current carrying wire. We know very well that whenever current is flowing through a wire, a magnetic field is created in the neighborhood of the current carrying wire. Let us suppose this is a wire, and if I place a magnetic needle over here, and when I switch the current, okay, when I switch on the current, what will happen? Suddenly this magnetic needle gets deflected. It is due to the magnetic field existing on it, and there will be some magnetic force, and that expression we know very well, Q V cross B. So the magnetic force acts on this needle, and that's why it gets deflected. Okay, it changes its position, and so we find that there is a magnetic field. Okay, now we have to find out the expression for the magnetic field. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we will assume that this is the wire. Okay, a current carrying wire where the current I is flowing through it. Now there is a point P. Okay, now from the point P is at a distance R from a very small element. Let us suppose that this elementary length or very small length of the wire is taken, and the length is dl. Okay, now current is flowing through it, and it is at a distance r. The point P is at a distance r from the center of this elementary length of the wire. Now Biot-Savart law states that the magnetic field, of course the magnetic field will be very less in magnitude, because we have considered only a very small part dl. Okay, and that's why we have used the dB letter, not B later. Okay, here B indicates the magnetic field. Now dB is proportional to I, means more current, more magnetic field will be acting on it. Okay, dB is proportional to dl, means that the length of this wire, if it is taken more, in that case the magnetic field will also be more. So it is directly proportional to both I and dl. Okay, and do remember that I dl, that is product of I and dl, they are known as current element. Okay, current elemental length. Okay, current element. Now next is that dB is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the dl length and the point P where we have to find out the magnetic field. So dB is proportional to 1 by r square. It means that if the distance is more, then B magnetic field will be less. If the distance is less, magnetic field will be more. And dB is also proportional to the sine theta. What is sine theta? Here this dB length, this dl length, okay, now it is a vector quantity and its direction is towards upward. Okay, now it is making some angle theta with the r vector. So here sine theta, okay, is proportional to dB. So all together we can write dB is proportional to I dl sine theta divided by r square. So this is known as Biot-Savart law, but we can extend the expression. Okay, dB, if I remove the variation sign, here the variation sign, if I remove, a constant will come over here, and that constant is known as mu naught divided by 4 pi into I dl sine theta divided by r square. This mu naught 4 pi has a value equal to, mu naught 4 pi has a value equal to 10 to the power minus 7. So do remember it, for solving the numerical problem you need this. Okay, what is mu? Mu is the permeability of the medium. Okay, the medium, here medium is, let us suppose, vacuum or air. In that case here a 0 or O term will come over here. Okay, that's why mu naught indicates the permeability of the free space, okay, or vacuum. Now if I am to find out the magnetic field in total, we have to integrate it. So when we are integrating, we will get B, and the expression will be equal to mu naught 4 pi into I dl sine theta divided by r square. But do remember the thing that magnetic field is a vector quantity. Okay, it has a direction. So I have to actually we have to find the expression in a vector form. So how it is obtained? So simply we know very well that in cross product sine theta comes over here. So the expression will be equal to B is equal to mu naught 4 pi I dl cross, this is the unit vector in the direction of r, divided by r square. So the expression becomes B is equal to mu naught 4 pi into, just integrate it, okay, I dl cross r, where r is r hat, r cap, this is the unit vector in the direction of r, okay, and divided by r square. So this is all about the Biot-Savart law. Now we will get some application of the Biot-Savart law. It's one application is very easy. Take the screenshot of it. Okay. Thereafter we will discuss the application of it. Okay. Start. Next, the topic is we have to find out the magnetic field expression at the center of a current carrying coil, at the center of a current carrying coil. The current is flowing in a circular path, in a circular current carrying wire. Current is flowing in a circular wire. Now we have to find out the magnetic field at the center. We will use the Biot-Savart law. Okay, this is the to find B at the center of a current carrying loop. Okay, this is one loop. So we know very well from Biot-Savart law dB is proportional to dB is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi into I dl sin theta divided by r square. Okay, we haven't taken here the vector form, only we are concerned here with the magnitude part. That's why we haven't taken the vector form, we have taken only the scalar form over here. Now to find out the magnetic field, we have to put all this thing. So dB will be equal to mu naught 4 pi into I dl. What will be the value of sin theta? Let us take a very small element and we have to find out the magnetic field at the center. And this small element definitely will make an angle 90 degree with the R, because it is the structure. Okay, it is from geometry we know very well that any small element is perpendicular to the radius. So here sin theta will be equal to sin 90 degree divided by r square. And to find out the total magnetic field, we have to integrate. So let us integrate it. Okay, so dB will becomes B mu naught 4 pi, as it is a vector quantity, it will come out of the integration sign, that is integrand. I current is also constant, so current will also not come out of the integrand sign. Okay, sin 90 is 1. What is R? R is constant. Throughout the wire, the value of R is fixed. R means radius of the current carrying loop. So I as well as R square will come out. So only the dl sign will remain inside the integrand sign. Okay. Now what is the integration of dl? dl means very small element, and if I integrate it, we will get like this. So integration of dl will be equal to the circumference of this circle, and the circumference of the circle is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi into I by r square. This is equal to 2 pi r. Remember this thing. So here r will cancel each other. So we will get B is equal to mu naught 4 pi into 2 pi I divided by r. Here r and this is r square. So one r will cancel out. So one r will remain in the denominator. So the expression is B is equal to mu naught 4 pi into 2 pi r. But remember this thing, that if it is actually a loop of n number of wire, okay, there will be n number of coil. In that case, it will be simply multiplication of mu naught 4 pi into 2 pi. We should simply multiply by n. So it becomes 2 pi ni divided by r. So this is the expression for the B. Okay. Remember here mu naught 4 by 5, I just keep it intact because we know very well mu naught divided by 4 pi is equal to 10 to the power minus 7. So we can easily place it. Thank you for watching this video. I think you have enjoyed.